Today I'll be discussing what I believe to be the best VPN for Bitcoiners. First, I will go over why I think it's a good option for Bitcoin users. I will also discuss some of its features. And finally, I will show you how to set it up on your computer and then how to connect it to your phone as well. In my opinion, the best VPN for Bitcoiners is by far Mullvad, their website being mullvad.net. There are many reasons Mullvad is a great VPN for Bitcoiners, and today I'll discuss 3 of the main reasons. Firstly, and most obviously, Mullvad accepts Bitcoin and even offers a 10% discount if you pay with Bitcoin. If you are more privacy conscious and you don't want to leave an on-chain footprint, they also accept Monero. Also note that Mullvad runs their own full nodes and host their own wallets. No third parties are ever involved in your Bitcoin or Monero payment. The second reason I like Mullvad is because they truly value your privacy, unlike some of the other VPNs. Mullvad does not require any personal information to open an account. All you have to do is generate a unique 16-digit account number, and no email or phone number is ever needed. They also do not keep logs of user activity at all, and you can read more about this on their website. I'll put a link on the screen and in the description. Also, Mullvad accepting Bitcoin, Monero, and even cash is a privacy win. There's no need to hand over any of your card information or pay with services that don't value your privacy. Finally, Bitcoiners tend to value open source software. After all, Bitcoin is fully open source. Now, when it comes to Mullvad, the majority of the software that they use and develop is in fact open source. So yeah, these are the 3 reasons I vouch for Mullvad and always recommend Mullvad to any Bitcoiners. There are many other factors that make Mullvad stand out, which I will put on screen. For example, they have an integrated kill switch, external audits, safe jurisdiction, and so on. Now, just a comment about some of the other important details about Mullvad. 1, Mullvad costs 5 years per month, and they will never lock you into a long-term payment contract. Point number 2, you can have 5 devices on one single Mullvad account. Simply log in with your unique 16-digit account number. Mullvad is available on macOS, Linux, iOS, and Android. Number 3, at the moment Mullvad has 783 servers. They cover 42 countries, 71 cities, and they have 23 service providers. Alright, so now you know why Mullvad is a great VPN option for Bitcoiners. I'm going to move over to my computer now and show you how exactly to set Mullvad up, and then I'll also show you how to set it up on your phone. Alright, so here I am on my computer, and the first thing we want to do is open any browser. Here is Firefox, and we want to go to Mullvad's website, which is mullvad.net. Now that we're on the website, we just want to click Get Started at the top right of our screen. And the first thing we will see is this Getting Started checklist. So I'm just going to ignore this and scroll down. And here we can see Getting Started with Mullvad. The first thing we need to do is generate an account number. So I'm going to click Generate Account Number, and it's going to show us our 16-digit account number. Just one thing to note is that this 16-digit PIN is super important, and you shouldn't lose this, as it's the only identifier you need to use our service. So I would recommend maybe writing this down or saving it somewhere in your notes. So now that we have an account number, let's go ahead and add time to our account, which is step 2. So I'm just going to click Add Time to Your Account over here, and it's going to open this screen where we can select our payment method. So we'll be paying with Bitcoin, so I'm going to click Cryptocurrencies over here, and I'm going to select the Bitcoin option. And here we can see it says Pay with Bitcoin, use a one-time payment address to credit your account. So what I'm going to do here is click Create a one-time payment address. And here we can see the address I need to make the payment to. And if I want to, I can change how many months I'd like to pay for. So if I toggle here, I can change it to 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, or even 1 year. So for this video, I'm going to change this to 3 months. And now I need to pay this much Bitcoin over here into this address below. Alright, so I've gone ahead and made a payment to this address. So if we go ahead and open an Explorer, mempool.space, here I can just copy the Bitcoin address, paste that into mempool.space, and we can just keep an eye on how long this transaction will take. Alright, so while we wait for this payment to confirm, let's go ahead and download the app Solong. So if I scroll up to the top of my screen, over here it says connect a new device. So I'm going to open this link in a new tab, and here we are on the download screen. So if you scroll down, you can select whatever operating system you're on. I'm on macOS, which it automatically detected. So I'm just going to click download over here. Okay, so Mullvad is fully downloaded. So if I open my downloads over here, here is the download. I'm just going to double click on this, and then I'm going to go through this install Mullvad VPN process. So I'm going to click continue, install, fill in my password quickly. So I filled that in, I click install software, And there we go, the installation was successful. So now I can close this and I can move this to bin. So now I can go to my applications and we can see I have Mullvad as an application. So I'm going to double click and open this. So now you'll notice a little red lock at the top of your screen. So if we click on that, here is our Mullvad VPN application. So now what we would need to do is enter your account number to log in. So I'm going to go back to Mullvad VPN's website here and go to where I paid with Bitcoin. And here you can see your account number. All I have to do is copy this account number, go back to my Mullvad VPN, paste it in and click this little green arrow. And there we go, it says logging in. Okay, so now I am logged in and it says out of time. You have no more VPN time left on this account. And the reason for that is because this transaction is still unconfirmed. So I'm just going to wait a bit and hopefully in like 20 minutes this transaction will be confirmed. Okay, so some time has passed and here we can see 18 minutes ago our transaction did confirm. So if I go back to this little icon at the top of my screen, we can see that my time was successfully added. So I'm going to click next and here we are in Mullvad VPN. So how do we actually connect to Mullvad VPN? Well, firstly, let's select where we want to go. So here are all the options. Let's go ahead and connect to Sweden. So I'm going to select Sweden and there we go. We have a secure connection to Sweden. And you'll notice the little icon is now green at the top of my screen. If I disconnect, it will go red. We can also choose which city we'd like to go specifically. So if I click on this button here again, let's say I'd like to go somewhere in the UK. I would click this little arrow at the right. And here we've got two options, London and Manchester. If we would like to select a specific server, we can click this arrow again, right next to London. And here are all the London servers. So for example, if I want to connect to this one here, I can click on that. And there we go, we have a secure connection with UK London, and this is the server. And now let's move on to the phone. I'm going to show you how to add your account onto your phone. All right, so here I am on my iPhone. And we already have Mullvad VPN downloaded from the App Store. So if you don't, just go ahead and download that from the App Store. Now we need to fill in our login number. So I'm just going to look on my computer here and hover over my tick again. Then click settings, click account. And I'm going to click this little I so I can see my account number. Okay, so my account number is now in front of me. I'm going to go ahead and fill this in on my phone. Okay, I filled in my number. I'm going to click this green arrow once again. Now here we are in Mullvad VPN on my phone. Again, all we have to do is select the location. So for example, let's go to Portugal. I'm going to click Portugal. Oh, and Mullvad VPN would like to add VPN configurations. So you will just have to allow this. It will open your settings and you need to fill in your password. So let me go ahead and do that. All right, I filled in my password. It redirected me back to Mullvad VPN. And my VPN is now on and I have a secure connection. Again, you can just disconnect this here and you can select your location. And if you want to choose a specific city, just click this arrow. And there we go, we have all the city options. So for example, if I want to go to Stockholm, I click Stockholm. And there we go, we have a secure connection to Stockholm, Sweden. And there we go, that was an in-depth look at Mullvad, the best VPN for Bitcoiners. And you are one step closer to reclaiming your privacy online.